Hello, and welcome to tonight's stream. Hope you guys are all having a lovely evening. I kind of just like disappeared halfway through last week and then didn't do any more streams. I only did like 1 or 2 streams. Did I do 2? I think I did 1 stream last week. I don't know for sure, but I didn't do very many. But man, did I mean, I guess at least on here, because I did also get to finally do my first stream for Hilltop on Thursday. And that was crazy. I got to stream for 8 hours straight and pretty much just opened the V-Star universe for like all 8 of those hours. It was pretty amazing. Lots of fun. I was so exhausted by the end of it. I'd originally been planning on coming home and doing my own stream, and I was like, no, I don't think so. So I came home and I like went to sleep or something instead. And then Friday I almost never stream because I always work late. But Saturday I also just came home and was like, I'm kind of tired. I'm going to go to sleep. Which was actually, I'm pretty proud of myself for going to sleep early Saturday night because I almost made it to church on time. Which is a lot better than I've been doing. Last week, I think I was 20 minutes late. I felt so bad. I always feel so bad coming in late, but, like, you know, it's better that I at least show up than just, like, you know, and be late instead of not coming. But, yeah, this time I was only, like, 2 minutes late, so I was very proud of myself. That's what I accomplished by going to sleep early Saturday night, and by early, I mean, like, 2 or 3. I think it was, like, 3. It was probably about 3 a.m. Last night, though, I went to sleep at, like, 2. You guys, this is crazy. Like, I'm sleeping at slightly less unreasonable times. I know it's hard to believe. I can barely believe it, but maybe I'm making progress. It'll probably only last for like a couple more days, but at least for 2 days, I got to bed before 4 a.m., which is a lot for me. Alright, let me take a quick second to check orders. We will see. I don't think we got any yet. Main update to the board. Some team up! I was, like, just chilling, going about my day. I went to some random store that I haven't gone to in a really long time to pick up a magic deck. And they had team up! And I was like, oh! I like that set! So now we have 2 packs of team up. That was all I could afford. This set is so expensive. I was looking the other day, and Team Up booster boxes are officially more expensive than Evolution's booster boxes. And, I mean, it's not surprising, considering that Team Up has significantly more valuable cards in it. I think Team Up has, like, a handful of cards over $100. I don't even know if Evolution has a single card over $100 anymore. Like, It's been a little bit. Let me look. We're gonna investigate. Evolutions is ridiculously expensive, even though there's not like a ton of value. I guess it's more just really exciting to open because it kind of, you know, brings you back to base set. But yeah, it's something. Alright, I think we do have an order, so let's do that real quick. And then we can look at the pools and compare between Team Up and Evolutions. Let's see. What have we got? Okay, English is getting silver borders. Oh my goodness. Yes, I saw that and I freaked out. I should have posted something about it on my Discord, but I was so excited when I found that out. The first thing I did, I went and told one of my main friend that also collects Pokemon. I'm like, they're doing the silver borders. I was just freaking out because yes, these yellow borders. The more I open Japanese cards, the cheaper they look. And now we're getting the silver borders in English, and I'm so excited. It's gonna look so good. Alrighty, starting off with 2 silver Tempest packs for Jason. Let's go ahead and see what we can get for you. Snip, snip. Looking at some spicy trainer gallery pulls. Alright, starting off with the Fungus! Let me move my camera down. And Cling Clang. That is a code card. Speaking of code cards, I found these extra code cards to give to you guys. There we go. Nick is gonna miss the yellow borders. I'm not. There are very few cards that I really care for the yellow borders on, so I am all for the new ones. Got Lance and Zorora. That was not very spicy, I'm not gonna lie. Not as spicy as we would have liked. But I'll go ahead and get those added into your stack. Let's see. I remind myself which box it's in, since I haven't looked at my boxes in like almost a week. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I think like Wednesday. That was the last stream, if not the only stream I did last week for my channel at least. But yeah, like I said, doing the stream for Hilltop was so exciting. I'm really looking forward to doing more, especially after we get the physical store set up. I should be able to do a lot more, and that's pretty exciting. So I am looking forward to that. Also, I've been playing around with this thing of stamps because I needed to remember to put a stamp on a TCG player envelope, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Because I finished off my previous roll of stamps and then realized that I needed one more, and I'm like, if I put this envelope in my pile of stuff to ship before I put the stamp on it, I'm gonna forget. And so I got out the stamps, and then I realized it was like, oh, it's time to start. So then I quickly tried to get everything going to start, and then just grabbed those and was like, okay, I will at least hold these so that maybe I will remember to hurry and stick the stamp on. And I did, so it worked out. I just realized that I don't have anything to drink, which is kind of sad. I might like take a quick break and go get some lemonade. Oh, you got a code. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I know I have a bunch more codes somewhere, like scattered throughout my desks. You know what I realized is I've been saying that I have 3 desks in my room, but I actually have 4. There are 4 desks in my room now. This one, which is my nice L-shaped desk, some little mini desk to the side that holds my printers and a bunch of miscellaneous piles of cards that are very tediously balanced on top of each other. And then I've got my big table over there that's just covered in my magic stuff that I'm sorting and the magic stuff that I pulled out for decks and just a lot of magic stuff. It's chaos. And then my desk, you can see back there, barely, it's my makeup desk. That's 4 desks. You guys, I think I have a problem. And honestly, it's not the desks, it's my severe cardboard addiction, but that's okay. I've just accepted that. Most people that know me have accepted that by now. Except for I don't think some of my grandparents have. I remember my family reunion back in like August when I was talking to my grandma about like what I've been doing, and I was getting the kind of disappointed vibes. I was like, okay, well, this is a weird conversation. Let's talk about something besides what I'm doing with my life. It was really something, but you know, for the most part, people just accept that this is what I do, this is who I am. It's just cardboard everywhere. That's great. I mean, I do have other hobbies, at least. Too many other hobbies. I just have too many hobbies in general. But, you know, it's fine. I've somehow made it all work. It's somewhat balanced, and I'm just chilling. It's good. We're fine and good and fine. Though I do need to stop getting distracted with my other hobbies, because I'm like a couple days behind on TCG player orders, and I always feel so bad when I get behind, so I definitely need to catch up on those. But like I said, I was working on some of those before stream, so I've made a start. I just gotta work on them a bit more after, and then I have a bunch of stuff to get ready to ship for Hilltop, so I am nice and busy as always. Man, it's been crazy. I mean, like, so here's my problem. The thing that has been making life extra difficult with winter beginning, making it cold. For some reason, that just drains me. Like, I have just been extra exhausted every day. I think it's a lot because, I mean, I usually am most active at night and work a lot at night, but I don't know, maybe the fact that it gets dark earlier kind of throws me off, and it's just, I don't know, but I felt so tired lately. Like, every day I'll get home from work and I'll just be like, wow, I want to do nothing. And a couple times I did just do nothing when I got home, but I usually still try to do stuff, but like, man, it's been a struggle. And if that wasn't, you know, making it difficult enough, I also have only been getting busier. Because like I said, I've been doing a lot more for Hilltop. And, you know, I'm not Queens about like Queen of Denmark. I really should. I really, really should. Also, welcome, Limelight. It's been a while since I've done one of my videos about like world domination and stuff. Unfortunately, I have a lot on my plate at the moment, so it'll be a while before I can make more, but someday I will give you guys more wonderful content about me like taking over the world and stuff. Alrighty, we've got our second order. We have 5 more Silver Tempest for Jason. Let's go ahead and see what we can get for you. Hopefully much more spice. Like a lot more spice. Starting off with a Fursuit Girl and an Incineroar. There's our code card. On to our next pack. More Pokemon openings at Hilltop. Most absolutely. Got Sandygast and Keldeo. I'll especially be doing a lot once the like physical store opens up. But I'm hoping to, you know, do a few before then as well. Oh, we got our first hit. We have a Mawile V-Star. Go ahead and get that sleeved up. There we are. On to our next pack. Gotta go back to sleep. Alright, sleep well got. Oh, we got another hit? Nope, never mind. It wasn't a hit. It was just a Beldum. I don't know what I'm doing. hoping for even more spice. Alright, come on, one more pack. We need more than just the Mawile. Alright, that was more than just the Mawile. We got an Ursaluna V and the Radiant Tisserina. No, I keep forgetting. I moved my sleeves like to the opposite side of my desk that I usually grab them from. Maybe I should just... Perfect. Now I'm gonna like start reaching over to where they just were, and it's not gonna be good. I'll just... I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out. Alright, I will get those added into your stack, Jason. And then... Code card. And code card. You know what also hasn't been fun lately? Is my allergies have just gone crazy. I'm like, it's so cold outside. All of the plants should be dead. Why are my allergies so bad? I don't know. I don't have an answer for it. Maybe I'm allergic to snow. That would be absolutely awful, considering it's snowing like every other day. There's so much snow. It snowed a lot today. As well as glad that I left for work like a little bit earlier than I usually do, because the roads were not the nicest. Of course, they're not the worst that they've been the last few weeks, but let me look at my current weather forecast. Like, let's see how many days this week that they say it's going to snow, because honestly, I don't know how reliable it is, because they're usually wrong. It only says Monday and Tuesday. The rest of the week is going to be cloudy and cold. It's under 30 degrees most days, so below freezing. Just the perfect weather for all the kids at the elementary school to be forced outside for recess. How much is left in the booster box? It is most of the box. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So yeah, most of the box is still there. But yeah, I don't know why my allergies have been so bad. is driving me crazy. I at least have like some little allergy like med stuff, but it only like half works half the time. It's sad. Like, I don't know. Hopefully maybe eventually. Like, see, my worry is that it's not like something outside and that there's something that I'm just regularly in contact with that apparently I'm allergic to. But like, I don't know, I will literally like wake up and get out of bed in the morning and instantly just get hit with like itchy throat, runny nose. I'm like, no, what is this? What am I having a reaction to? I just got out of bed. It's weird. It's not fun. -14 out of 10 would not recommend having allergies to anything. It's just not very fun. It's 0 fun. -15 fun. Just not fun. But you know, I guess it is what it is. Let me check orders real quick again. I'm still thinking about going to grab some lemonade. It's so tasty. Today I only had Sprite, because that's what I randomly grabbed before heading to work. Which, I mean, I usually like Sprite for work because my lemonade, if I leave it out for too long, it goes bad, which is annoying. And also, I like Sprite because I don't know what it is. Who came up with the idea that, like, drinking Sprite is supposed to, like, help settle your stomach? I don't know if it's a real thing, but that's what I've been told my whole life. So, like, whenever I'd get sick to my stomach as a kid, my mom would always be like, it's time for Sprite. And so what I realized later on is that, like, whenever I'd feel really anxious about something, it made me feel sick to my stomach. And I just get really anxious about everything all the time just for fun. And so I always like Sprite because I'm like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's like the placebo effect thing. Like, I've always been told it's supposed to help. And so my brain is just like, yes, we have Sprite. Let's calm down. It sounds very unreasonable, but whatever it is, it is great for that reason. And you know, sometimes I do have decent reason to be anxious at work. Today was an interesting day. I wouldn't say it was incredibly anxiety-inducing, but it was a lot. I mean, like, it wasn't a lot, but it kind of was a lot. But, I mean, so I was the only person on the clock for the whole day. Like, one of the people that, like, kind of works there, but doesn't work there, but, like, is in charge of things. It makes 0 sense. But they stopped by for a little bit. But I was the one running the store all day. And so, like, it started out, I was going to get working on a few little tasks that need to be taken care of, but within a few minutes of opening, a customer came in. Fortunately, they were regular, that's pretty chill, so I just helped them look for some cards, or not look for some cards. They bought some silk stuff, I think. Maybe I found cards from too. I don't know, but, like, after... like, while they were about to leave, this interesting guy comes in. And, you know, I don't like to judge people based on how they look. But, yeah, that's definitely not what I was really judging him on. Because, so I look over, because I see some movement by the front door. It's a glass door. And so I see this guy with, like, a cigarette with his one hand, you know, holding the cigarette to his mouth and the other hand on the door. And I'm like, he better not bring that cigarette inside. And I just watch him throw it. I'm like, oh great. Litter. Thanks, bud. Look forward to having all your trash in front of the store later when the snow melts and that shows back up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, friend. I didn't appreciate it. I really did not. So yeah, that's the first thing he does. So he flicks away and he comes in. And, like, I know that's how most people get rid of cigarettes, but I don't appreciate it. So, yeah, he comes in, he kind of starts wandering around, like, says a couple things. Like, I'm not really sure who he's talking to, but he says a couple things. Maybe he was directing them at me, but I was just like, I don't know about this guy. Like, he's just, like, awkwardly wandering around. I'm like, I don't know, I'm not getting good vibes. And so I'm like, okay, regular customer, please stay here. Please don't leave me alone with this guy. And you want to know what the regular did? They left me alone with that guy. And I was just like, okay, well, hopefully they leave soon. That was not the case. So I'm just like, okay, well, I do have to do my job and acknowledge them as a customer in the store. But I also do not want to be anywhere near this person because, like I said, they make a lot of weird comments. And so they come up to me while I'm behind the front desk working on some stuff. And they start asking me a bunch of questions that have nothing to do with the store. Like my name and my age and where I live. And I was like, bro, no thank you. Please stop. Please stop asking personal questions. I had to like, when he was like asking where I live, I was like, oh, just close by. He's like, yeah, but like, where do you live? I'm like, what? So it's like, I'm not allowed to disclose that information while I'm on the job. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever. And so, he just wants to keep talking. Like, he had been wandering around at first, but now that nobody else was in the store, he was like, all right, we're just gonna chat. And so he kept, like, asking a lot of questions, and then he would, like, randomly, like, after I answered something, start talking about something that he, like, compared it to. It was so weird. So he was like, what's your name? And I just said Zell. And so he starts saying Zell. So it's like kind of creepy. He keeps repeating it. And then he starts telling me this weird idea he has about, like, before humans were on the earth, there were, like, dragons and fairies and stuff, and that Zell was there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so at this point, I'm like, okay, this guy is something's not right. I was very much not enjoying it. I was pretending to be really busy, hoping that he would lose interest. He did not. That did not matter. Me pretending to be busy did not do much. All it accomplished was him telling me to look away from the computer. I was just like, bruh. Like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he was on something, because, yeah, he definitely wasn't acting like a normal person. And so I just keep trying to be busy, and once he sees that, like, I'm really trying to focus on whatever I'm doing on the computer, he's like, okay, and then he starts asking some questions about the Pokemon stuff, which I'm like, okay, now I really have to do my job since he's not just asking creepy personal questions. So I, like, answer a few questions about the Pokemon stuff, and, like, but after that, he got right back to the weird stuff. And when he started talking about witchcraft, I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you, fam. So I was like, I'm sorry, but I gotta go take care of some stuff in the back. And so I, like, started walking away, like, trying to get, like, yeah, I was like, yeah, no thanks. Unfortunately, at that point, he's like, yeah, nah, I guess I should go. And so he leaves, and I'm just like, oh, I sure hope he doesn't come back. But you wanna know what he said? While he was walking out the door, he's like, alright, I'll be back soon. And I'm like, please don't come back, please don't come back. So that was an interesting way to get started on the day. Anyways, let's take a quick break from that, and we've got 2 more Silver Tempest for Jason. Go ahead and see what we can get for you. Hopefully some spice, Krokorok, and Verizon Wireless. Code card. And on to our next one. We need a spicy trainer gallery. No, it's a Venonat. And we got Noivern. Unfortunately, not too much spice there, but we will get those added into his stack. Stick the bulk over there. I mean, he did ask one of the many uncomfortable questions he asked. He was like, hey, like, would you mind if, like, sometime I, like, roll with you and your crew? And I'm just like, okay, first, that's a really interesting way to ask that, and also, no. I was just like, I don't really have time to, like, be making new friends or, like, getting to know people right now, but, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just, I don't have time to get to know people. And he's just like, he instantly kind of was just like, nah, fam, you're making that up. Like, just like, I mean, it's kind of true, but also, please, just leave me alone. So that was interesting, but, I was just like, yeah, sorry, I'm not getting to know anybody right now. Like, I mean, I tell that to most people that want my number because I legitimately do not have time to get to know anybody, and also just, you know, I don't need a whole bunch of random dudes' attention. I really don't. I'm not into that. I'm into reversing curses, not witchcraft. Very different things. One is like go away sorcery spells. The other one is like creepy sorcery spell magic stuff. And man, he make it as weird as possible because he was like, oh man, I love witchcraft, and I'm just like, okay. It was an experience, to say the least, but I sure hope that he forgets to ever come back. It was so comfy. But yeah, so that was how I got my day started. And yeah, I was like, oh wow, I guess I'm in for a day here. You know, after that, it stayed like, we had like a steady stream of people. It wasn't like extremely busy at any points, but like usually like a customer would come in, they'd do their stuff, they'd leave, and then someone else would come in. And so like that was how like the first 3-ish hours went. And then after that, there was like a 30-minute break where I was able to quickly take care of some of the stuff that I'd been trying to do earlier. And then, you know, it got back to being busy, but you know, I thought that was going to be all the excitement for today, but you know, there's still a little bit more interesting stuff and drama. There's one guy, he came in to do a trade-in, and he comes into the store like every couple weeks, and I thought he was moving out of state, so I was kind of surprised to see him again, but like, you know, he showed up, and I'm just like, alright, what can I do for you? He's like, I just want to trade in some cards, and I was like, alright, well, I will take a look at them, get them priced out for you. When I finished, he looks at them, and he looks at me, and he's like, and so the total that it would be for the trade-in, since you wanted cash, I was like, it's gonna be $39. He's like, $39? And I'm like, yeah, that's the 40% of TCG player value, which is what we always do for cash. And he like points at one of the cards. He's like, why is this $10 card only $2? And I'm like, sir, that's card recently was reprinted multiple times. It's not a $10 card anymore. He's like, but it was reprinted. The new one should be less. The old one should retain its value. And I'm like, I mean, like, look, I can literally show you online. This card's only worth $5 now. Like, this is the exact printing. And so he was like visibly upset. And I'm like, and he's like, is that like all you can offer? I'm like, that's literally 40% of TCG player value, which has always been what we've given for cash. And he was just having none of it. And so I'm just like, you don't have to make the trade-in if you don't want to. And then he's just like, yeah, that's totally not worth it. I'm leaving. He like picks up his cards and storms out. I'm just like, okay, have a nice day. So that was interesting. Like, I can totally respect people that don't want to trade in their cards. Because, like, you know, if he wants to take the time to sell them elsewhere, he can certainly make more money. Like, we completely acknowledge that and understand that. We are just simply offering a convenient and fast and effective way to get rid of your cards and get some cash. But yeah, he was very upset, and I'm like, wow, do you hate me now? So yeah, that was fun. Hey, welcome, Pokeboys. How is it going? We'll be back. Unfortunately, probably, yeah. But I could at least hope. Hopefully, maybe next time one of my coworkers will be there, and they'll just be like, I don't know. There was this one other time that, like, a creepy guy that made me uncomfortable came back. But, so the first time he came, it was so weird. So the first time he comes into the store, and I think there was, like, a couple other people going around doing stuff. And so, when did you get that alt art sent out to me? Yes, of course. Where to send my address if you don't already have it? Yes, if you can email it to my zellaveire.shipping@gmail.com, that would be perfect. And then, did you pay for shipping with your order, or do we still need to do that? I don't remember. I can check if you can just remind me what payment platform you used, because I don't remember for sure, but we can definitely get it on its way. But yeah, so this other guy, the first time he comes in, he like looks around for a minute and he comes over, he's like, can you help me find this place? Like, he wanted to go to some taco place that was like 10 minutes up the road. And so, you know, I showed him the map and was like, you just gotta walk this way for like, you know, a few blocks, because apparently he was walking. And so he's like, alright, cool, thanks, and he leaves, and I'm like, I'm assuming that's gonna be the end of it. But no, about a half hour later, which I thought was really fast considering it was a 10-minute like walk there and back, I don't know, or maybe it was only 20 minutes, whatever it was, he got back pretty fast, unexpectedly fast. And that was just unexpectedly in general. I was like, oh, you're back. I thought you just wanted directions to a taco place. And he comes up and he's like, hey, can I borrow like a pen and paper? And I'm just like, sure. Yeah, you could borrow a pen and paper. I don't know why you had to come all the way back here for that, but okay, here you go. And so he just goes and sits down on some of our chairs. They paid shipping is through PayPal. Alright, so then I think $5.50 should be good on the shipping. I can't wait for Christmas to be over and shipping prices to go back down. It's like, it drives me crazy when they go up, and I'm like, I know there's a lot of stuff to ship. I don't know. Whatever it is. But yeah, so this guy, he's in there writing. I go and help some other customers, and then I think like they leave or something. And so I'm just back up behind the front computer. And so he stands up and he comes back over. And I'm just like, I don't know what to expect at this point. And so he has his little paper that he had. And it's like folded in half. He's like, you know, I thought you were really pretty. And like, I would love to get to know you better. So I want to give you my number. If you want to hit me up sometime, that would be awesome. And so like, I just like stand there. I don't really do anything. I'm just like, oh, okay, thanks. And so he just like sets it down on the front desk, and I'm just like, okay. He's like, all right, I'll head out now, bye. And I'm just like, bye. And so he walks out, and I just awkwardly stand there for another minute, like. And see, like, the thing with the guy is he looked like he was like 50. Like, he was not anywhere near my age. He's like 50, he had this big bushy beard, like, he was not my age at all. Literally looked over double my age. And so I was just like, okay. So I'm just like awkwardly standing there for a minute, trying to like process this. Like a couple minutes later, my manager walks in, and he had been like running an errand. So he comes back in and like asked how things were going while he was gone. And I was like, wow, this interesting fellow who looked like twice my age gave me his number. And so I just like point at the sticky note, and he makes some kind of like joke about it, because obviously we don't take anything seriously when it comes to stuff like that. He's like, and so he's like, you know, you can throw it away, but like you can also keep it if you want to. And I'm just like, no. So I just pick it up, he opens the trash, I drop it in, and that's the end of that. I'm like, hopefully this guy never comes back. Hopefully. No, that was not the case. Maybe like a week or two later, like, you know, thank goodness this time I wasn't the only person in the store. I was actually in the back of the store working, like, in this little corner where there's, like, this desk, and then, like, behind it some shelves, and so I was, like, back there behind the desk, and so, like, while I was doing stuff, I turn around, and I see this guy walk in, and I'm like, oh no, it's the beard man! He's back! So I, like, whoosh, like, hide down behind the desk, since it's fortunately one that's, like, the front's covered, so you can't see if I'm, you know, hiding behind it. And my coworker is up at the front desk, and I'm just like, alright, you better not tell them that I'm here. And so, I'll welcome Scratch. Shipping, let me find your stack. See how big it is, and go from there. It's not too large right now, so I think 550 should be just fine on that. Looking for base set first edition cards. If you want me to help you find some, you can always email me a list of what you're looking for, and I can check my personal collection as well as what I have at work and get back to you. If you want to do that, I can definitely help get a hold of some for you. Alright, let me take a quick second to check orders 2. And we can go back to my fun, interesting adventures. I don't know if they're really fun, they're not for me, but I guess they at least make good stories. Only a little bit uncomfy. Alright, I don't see any more orders, so back to the story. So, you know, I'm just hiding in the back, and I peek up a couple minutes later, and he's still there talking to my coworker. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna hide here. I can get 2 EV heroes and send you shipping. Sounds perfect. I always love to open some EV heroes. It's been a minute. It feels like it's been like a month since we've opened any. But so I just like hide behind the desk. I peek up a couple times, and he probably was there for at least 5 or 6 minutes, and so I'm just like, please leave, I don't know, and so finally I popped up and I could see him walking to the door, and so I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna hide down here for 2 more minutes, and by then he should be out of view of the front window. I should be good to go. So, you know, I hid there for a couple more minutes, and finally he was gone, and had been gone long enough that I was like, cool, I can come out. And so I pop back up, and a minute later, you know, I go over to my coworker, and he's just like, wow, that was an interesting guy. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, he was asking about you and if you were here and stuff, and I just told him oh, I don't know where she is. And I'm like, thank you for not telling him that I was just hiding in the back. Unfortunately, I have not seen that guy since. I'm very glad that I haven't seen him since. Alrighty, we got it. 2 EV heroes and shipping. Let me update that. There we go. And then I should be doing shipping tonight, so I can get you sent tracking a little bit after stream. And let's open some EV heroes. Go snip, snip. We would like some Eevee spice, please, and thank you. Starting off with a Marshtomp. And for our second pack. Oh, and would you like the bulk or just the hits from these? Come on, ultra rare. No ultra rare from that one. But we did get a nice little Marshtomp. Where did I put my sleeves? I moved them over here. I don't know what I'm doing. I keep moving my sleeves, and every time I move them, it's the wrong choice. We'll go ahead and get that added into your stack. Then I will write myself a note so that I remember to do shipping later. Where are all of my sticky notes? I don't know. This is now going to be my notepad. Bulk sounds good. We will get that added in there as well. And let me write down my note on this energy that's now a notepad. There we go. Now I will have a reminder. I'll stick that up there. Perfect. Yes, I should still have your address as long as it hasn't changed. Yep. We're good to go. So yeah, I will get you updated with tracking whenever I finish streaming. I don't know how long I'll stream. Probably not super long, but then again, I feel like most of the time when I say that, I end up streaming for several hours. it's what can I say? I just really get really distracted streaming. Plus I've got so many great stories for you guys. Especially considering I've barely streamed in the last week. I don't really there hasn't been a ton of very noteworthy stuff other than today with with this interesting guy. I'm like, please don't come back. Or at least maybe come back when, like, my manager's there, because I know my manager would definitely just be like, I feel like he'd totally, like, call him out and be like, bro, if you're just here, like, looking for my employees, like, please don't. I don't know. He's always pretty understanding about me not wanting creeps to, like, keep showing up to see me, so hopefully, if he does come back, it's at least when my manager's there, and he can be like, no. And then I'll just go hide in the back. Because, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, it's such a difficult situation to deal with when I'm just like, you are an interesting fella, and I think by not answering almost any of your questions, I've kind of, you know, maybe giving you a hint that I'm not interested, but, okay, please leave me alone. I'm really not good at, like, you know, just straight up being like, bro, you're being creepy. Which, I mean, honestly, like, if somebody else had been around, I would maybe have said something, but while I'm alone, I'm like, I just try to keep the peace, you know? We're just gonna chill. There's nobody else to back me up. We're just gonna vibe and be polite and friendly. No lemonade. I don't have any lemonade right now. I've like multiple times tonight I've said like I might go and grab a lemonade because I didn't have a lemonade today. I just had Sprite, but I kind of want a lemonade now, so I might take a little break at some point to go get some. Probably. Ooh, do I want like maybe raspberry lemonade today? Maybe that's what I'll go for. I don't actually know if we have raspberry lemonade, but we should have at least. I know we at least have lemonade. I just don't know for sure what flavors. But I'm assuming we usually always have at least like one or two of each, the blueberry, raspberry, and strawberry. But I don't know. I might have to. I might wait till after stream to go get it. But who knows? We'll see. We will see what happens. Alright, let me take a quick second to check on orders. Wow, I am getting progressively tired, or more tired. I know how the English language works, I promise. I know how English works. Most of the time. Except it's pretty silly a lot of the time. The English language do be something. It's something. Alright, I'm not seeing more orders. So let me think if anything else interesting happened today. Like, I think after that guy left, you know, I still stayed fairly busy, but at least there wasn't anything like extremely interesting. Hey, welcome Pokesly, how's it going? But yeah, I think I just like helped customers for a while, and then finally around like 7 to 7:30 it like quieted down for the night, because usually Mondays are fairly slow, quiet days. It was honestly a little bit, you know, surprising how busy it'd been, but like not crazy surprising, because it's not like it was extremely busy. It's just there's a steady flow of people for a good few hours. But finally a little after 7 it calmed down, and so I was like, oh good, I can sit down. So I sat down for like a half hour and just like vibed, chilled, you know, just had an alright time. And then after that I was like, alright, I've recharged, there aren't any customers, that means it's time to do whatever I want, which whatever I want is just actually getting around to the large list of things that have always needed to be done and usually never get done. And I was like, alright, well, I think what I'm going to start with today is vacuuming, because we haven't vacuumed in a little bit long of a time. I mean, like, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm not exactly sure how long, I vacuumed like the back part of the store, but it was like a quarter of the store, just the back area, because that's all I had time for before it got really busy. And so tonight I was like, alright, this time I'm going to start with the front of the store. And then when I was getting the vacuum, I remembered, oh, I have to sweep first, so I can sweep up, like, people are kind of the worst about just leaving trash everywhere. I wish people would clean up their own trash. But people like leave like opened packs or like pieces of wrappers and things everywhere. Everywhere. All over the floor. And I'm just like, you people, why can't you just throw your own trash away? It's not that hard. But then there's also always like when it's really windy, tons of leaves get blown in, and so there have been weeks where we've had to sweep the floor, not once, but like twice a day, every day. Sometimes it's rough. Lately it hasn't been as bad since now most of the leaves are covered in snow, but like there were a little bit of leaves that I had to, sweep up too. All the things that were too big for the vacuum. A really not great vacuum. I do not like our vacuum. It's kind of cool because it's like a jetpack vacuum, but it's not cool because it doesn't work great and is like as large as I am. It is quite the vacuum. But I was like, all right, I'll start. I did a sweep through the entire store, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start like vacuuming up by the front door, and then the little front area there. So I like got through that and did like where we have like some chairs up by the front, and like in front of the front desk and stuff. And then I was like, all right, well, I could start on the rest of the floor, or I could do something that really, really extra needs to be vacuumed, because I don't think it was vacuumed last time, behind the front desk. And I was like, I've kind of been like wanting to reorganize all of our boxes of stuff back there. So that's what I did. I started moving I moved a bunch of the boxes all to one side, vacuumed underneath where they were, and then I reorganized them back to where they were under these shelves, and it looks so much nicer now. And then once I had those back over there, I moved the stuff from, right against the front desk back out of the way, did the vacuuming, and see, like, my main problem with that area is that there's just this jumble of cords connected to the computer, the printer, the, like, little card reader, and a bunch of other things. Like, there are just a lot of cords. And they're just on the ground pushed up against, like, the little, like, bottom of the front desk. And I accidentally, like, trip over them all the time. And so I was like, what if I just, like, move these cords up onto the little ledge, and so they're not on the ground anymore? Then I realized in order to do that, I needed to, like, make space on the little ledge and clean up some of the stuff. And so it was quite the project. But I got it all cleaned up, and I got the cord up so it was on the little ledge and not on the floor for me to keep stepping on and tripping on. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is so much better. And it looked so nice and clean. Just a little... I didn't get all the stuff behind our desks and, like, our cases vacuumed. But I at least got our main little area by the register. And I was just like, oh, this is beautiful. This is wonderful. And so it is looking very nice and neat in that little part and in the front little section of the store. And so I'm like, well, I guess if I have extra time tomorrow after opening, if it's not really busy, I'll continue my vacuuming of the store. But I was pretty happy to at least get some of it done. And it looks so much nicer. And I would get so excited when, like, I actually take the time to clean stuff. Like, I know it's kind of silly, but, like, those vibes when you can just, like, step back and be like, wow, this, like, visibly looks better. And I'm not tripping over as much stuff, because, man, am I good at tripping over things. Like, I don't know why I'm as good as I am at tripping over things. Like, for somebody that can confidently walk around in heels all day, you would think that would mean I at least was pretty good at not, like, bumping into things. But no, I'm really good at tripping over cords. Like, too good at it. I do it, like, every day. Even though the cords are always in the exact same place, I still trip over them. Sometimes I'm, like, step over the cords, and then it's all good, but not all the time. Sometimes I'm still like, no, I'm tripping! It's rough. It's very rough. But at least some of the chords. There's still some other chords that are kind of in the way, but, like, at least they're slightly less chaotic. Slightly. Like, barely. But, it is it is something, and it at least it's improved now. So we've at least, you know, made progress. Hey, welcome Keith. How is it going? I was talking about all my adventures at work today. It's been a day, very much so. But yeah, I finished cleaning up, and then 10 minutes before closing, we get a phone call, and I'm just like, 10 minutes to closing? That's an interesting time to call. Hopefully it's just a spam caller, and like, it's not a big deal. But so, you know, I go to answer it, and I'm like, you know, and they say, do you have like D-dice? And I'm like, could you repeat that? And they're like D-dice, like I'm looking for a gift for a friend. I think it's like for like Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, yes, we've got all kinds of dice. And they're like, all right, so what kind of prices? And I'm like, well, they go from as low as like $4 up to like $100. And they're like, perfect, I'll be there in a couple minutes. And I'm like, it's 8 minutes to closing? You'll be here in a couple minutes. Okay. Got it? Cool, see you then. You know, I really, what I said was like, oh, alright, bye then. And, you know, hung up the phone. I was just like, 8 minutes to get here. Pick out what they want and check out. Okay. Alright, it's fine. My problem is a lot of people do not care, you know, that the store does in fact have a closing time that I am supposed to, you know, uphold, and that I am not at all required to keep the store open extra long for somebody that wants to come in late. And so I'm just stressing that this is going to be another one of those times where somebody gets here 2 minutes to closing and expects me to price out like 15 things for them, you know? So I'm just like extremely anxious. I'm like, okay, just gonna take a deep breath and keep working on finishing up. Like, I had to like take out the trash and stuff like that. And so each time I would finish a task, I'd glance at the clock, and I'm like, all right, it's 5 minutes to closing now, and I still don't see them. How close to closing are they planning on getting here? And so, you know, I go and I quickly, like, I clean the bathroom sink, and then I peek out, and I check the clock. I'm like, all right, we're down to like 3 minutes to closing, and they're still not here. Are they seriously planning on coming? And so, you know, I then like replace the trash bags. I glance at the time. I'm like, all right, it's about 1.5 minutes till closing. Maybe they're not coming, but what if they are? And so I turn off the radio. I finish closing up stuff on the extra computer, and I go look, and it's 9, and I'm just like, whoosh, I go and lock the door. I'm like, okay, I'm safe. Nobody's gonna make me keep this door open extra long tonight. And so I was very relieved. I went and I turned out all the lights and finished up everything and grabbed my jacket because it was very wet and snowy out there. And then I went outside, I got in my car, and I'm like, well, I guess they're not coming. Hopefully they come tomorrow when we open, like a reasonable person. I was so shook by them being like, alright, I'll be there in a couple minutes, because I was like, it's like 10 minutes to closing, what do you mean? So yeah, I was very relieved when I was able to leave, and there was, you know, no issue there. But man, was it a stressful, like, 10 minutes. It was sent via CashApp. We've got, hopefully, some spice. 4 Fusion Strike. Let's do it. It's been a second since we've opened Fusion Strike. Fun fact, after the Jeep straight up died, I finally moved my 2 mysterious Fusion Strike packs that have been in there for over a year, just chilling underneath the emergency brake. I finally moved those into the Ultima, and so now the mysterious packs are just in the Ultima instead. What are they doing in there? Just vibing. There's like the little like console armrest thing between the 2 front seats. It's a lot smaller than the one in the Jeeps. Mudkip is so cute! And Clay Doll. And so you can't really fit much in there, but it's the perfect size to hold 2 packs of Fusion Strike and some sunglasses. So you better believe that's what I'm keeping in there. My 2x6 Fusion Strike and the sunglasses. Sixcoon and Electro. That's not very spicy. Where is the spice? I don't know, but hopefully it's gonna make an appearance soon. I hope it makes an appearance. We just need a little bit of spice. It's a Shinx and a Araquanid. There's a code card, and we got one more pack. We just want some spice. Oh, look how cute. He's not very spicy, but he's adorable. I'm not gonna lie, that was rough though. So let's at least add a little bit of dapper magic to make it at least a little bit better, a little bit spicier, a little bit more dapper. Let me. This is gonna be so adorable. Y'all will love it. You know, I told myself I was gonna stop saying y'all, but I've realized like how much I've like just like become used to saying it. But then like my little sister said it the other day, and I just like was like, no, I need to stop. But I'm struggling, you guys. It's it's a real struggle being on Discord for too long. That's why I started saying y'all, because apparently I was just talking to a lot of people that said it very regularly on Discord. And so now my brain is just like, this is a normal thing for you to say. Which, I mean, like, you know, it's not like it's a bad thing to say, but I feel like it's very not a Utah thing. And I don't know, I usually just get weird looks when I say it, like, in public. And so, like, I just shouldn't say this, because it always makes me feel so awkward. Alright, let me see if I can find your stack. Oh, there it is. Perfect. By the way, your stack does expire in about a week, so you'll probably want to ship it fairly soon. Let's see, and we got 3 more. Hopefully these ones will be a little bit spicier. We want an all card. We need some Fusion Strike spice. What about that Espeon? That would be so exciting to pull. Alright, we got a Schoolgirl and a Zoomeril. Code card. We've actually got quite a lot of piles expiring next week, so hopefully you guys, everybody that's expiring, will let me know. They'll show up and ask to pay for shipping so we can get their stuff sent. Said you guys, and look, you guys, we have one pull. It's the Tazarina. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit rough, but we did get one hit. I think 550 should do it for the shipping. Yeah, your stack isn't too big, so that should cover it. Well, we got one hit. We got Tazarina. Tazarina to the rescue. We'll get those added into your stack as well. Love this super sweet Mewtwo that you have. That's a nice Mewtwo. I just noticed that in there as I added the other cards. Very nice. Pokeslide. Let me see if you have a bag. Not in the first box. Second box. No. How about the third box? I don't believe you do. Looks like you do not currently have one. When you go from the English one's just not as spicy. I need more gold V-Star pulls yet. Now see, I did get to pull all 4 of the V-Star gold cards on my stream for Hilltop. And I opened all of the boxes that they had, so I couldn't get any more. You remember? You know, that's fair. There was, before I started doing a lot of rip and ship streams, there was a couple channels that I bought stuff on, and I definitely forgot about files a lot. There's one that I still to this day regret that I forgot about until it was too late, because I pulled like they pulled me this full art roller skater, and it was so freaking cute. And I just forgot to ever have them ship it. And so it's really sad. Very sad times. Don't forget about your stacks with streamers. Don't lose your spicy cards. It's very sad. 4 more in shipping. Alright, let's go. For some reason, CashApp doesn't give me notifications, and it drives me crazy. Except every once in a while they do, but like they're not very. Like the notifications appear and then immediately disappear. It's the most unhelpful thing. It's so very unhelpful. Let's see. I guess I should be updating the amount of Fusion Strike I have. I currently see 1 more pack. There might be more, but we do have the 4 for you, so we're good. And hopefully the pulls out of these 4 are good because we need some spice. We got the little silly mouth and Latios. I like that we've got like the Latios in foil from the Japanese set, the V-Star Universe. Such a fun set, you guys. I had so much fun. I literally got to open almost like 30 boxes of it for the stream for Hilltop, and it was insane. And I pulled, I think it was 2 Aritos, the chase card from the set, which was absolutely wild. And we got another Swampert! We pulled I think, was it the English Swampert? The other one that we pulled today? Wait, not the English, no, we got the Japanese Swampert earlier today, and now we got the regular Swampert. And for our last pack of magic, it's not very magic, but it's a Palo Sand. What a silly card. Very silly sandcastle Pokemon. Because, why not? I mean, it's at least better than... You guys, they literally just made a Pokemon. That is, it's a dolphin. It's literally nothing else. It is just a dolphin! Dolphy. Literally just a dolphin. There is nothing to differentiate it from dolphins. I was just like... Okay. Just give us like a literal dolphin. Like, you know, you could have at least changed the color. Maybe like gave it wings? I don't know, something. Nope. It's just a dolphin. That's it. You need, yes, that would be great if you could resend me your address. I probably still have it, but I had to change some stuff on the shipping site I use. So just in case, that would be great if you could send it to me again. Alright, we'll get those added in there. I did not get to open any guided packs, and I was super duper jealous because my boss at Hilltop got to open a god pack, and then their other streamer got to open 2, and I got to open 0. I was very jealous, but I did at least get to pull multiple Aritas. I pulled people all 4 of the gold cards. What was crazy is that the last gold card we pulled, the Giratina, was in the last booster box. It was a pretty great ending. But yeah, I think we also pulled one of the Sanoa Friends full arts. That was pretty nice. What were the other really spicy ones? Let's see. I guess I can just look at the top hits from the set. Let's see. I was using this site on there called TCG Republic, I think it was. And I was like, wow, this is extremely helpful because it has lots of prices. V-Star Universe. That is what I want to see. We didn't pull any of the 9 to make up like the art one. I was kind of sad about that. No Alessas. What else is good? I was so sad we didn't pull anybody to Cynthia either. We did pull like 3 or 4 of the Charizard V-Stars. Like, I kid you not. There were multiple of those. I think we pulled one of the regular Charizard V. We did pull the Hisuian Zoroark. We pulled like 2 or 3 of the Leafeon V-Stars too. We pulled one, I think, of the Gardenias. I think we pulled 1 or 2 of the Mewtwo V-Stars. I think we did pull 1 Suicune. No Roxanne's. I don't know if we pulled any Rayhans. We did pull like 2 or 3 of the Simisears, which I loved every single time. We pulled 1 or 2 of the Raikus. I think we pulled like a couple of the Zororas and maybe 1 Lucario. We pulled like 2 of the Darkrai's, which is pretty sweet as well. We pulled the Luminion. We pulled a bunch of the Mew, like probably at least 4 of those. I don't think we got the Entei. We did get the Zorora V Max and V Star. We got both of them. Let's see what else on here. We did pull the Colress's Experiment. We pulled quite a few of the Radiant Zards. I think we probably pulled like 5 or 6 of those. We got one of the Cyruses. Sent a message. Perfect. Hey, welcome, John. How is it going? We are currently, I'm going through, I should actually show you guys so you can see what I'm looking at from the set list. Let me pull it up so you guys can actually see what I'm looking at and telling you that I pulled. There we go. Okay. I don't remember if we pulled a Zacian. No, I don't think that we pulled it, but my boss had an extra one from the stuff that he had pulled that he was gonna sell, and so we did sell that to somebody during stream. I think we pulled one of these Deoxyses and the Zamazenta, and we did pull this Samurott, which I was so excited about because it is so pretty. And then we pulled the Hatterene VMAX. We pulled a couple of these Manaphy's. We pulled the Hoopa too, and we pulled some Drapions. We pulled at least 2 or 3 of these. We pulled like 1 or 2 of the Greninjas, a couple of the Moltres. I don't know if we got any Laprases, but we did get a handful of the Eternatus. We got a few of these Comphés. I think we might have pulled one of the Latiuses too. Let me check for you, Skip. I only got a medium stack, so I'd say probably like 7 should do it. Yeah, I think 7 should cover it. And then I think we pulled at least a couple of the Deonceys. Of course, we got all of the energies many times because every box had one, except for I think 1 or 2 boxes had 2. What was really funny is, so one of the things that Hilltop does is you can buy a booster box with like a bounty, and it'll be a little bit more expensive, but like if you hit whatever the bounty is, you get another booster box for free. And so one of them was like an energy bounty. If you can guess which of the special energies you pull in your box, you get another box for free. And so there were a couple people that do it and did it and didn't have luck. And then I think the last one with a bounty on it that we did, they chose Lightning. Second pack, we got the Lightning, and so we were all stoked. But then a few packs later, we also pulled, I think it was actually the Psychic one, which makes it funny that they're right next to each other. And I was like, wow, you had 2 chances to get it right, but you got it on the first one. So that was pretty sweet. Got to open another booster box for them. It was pretty crazy. It was great. We did pull a handful of Oricorios and some Miltanks. Oh wow, I'm not surprised that this is like a $6 card, but I didn't really, expect it. I think we pulled a couple of these and I was so jealous every time. We pulled the Altaria and the Lunatone and the Solrock and the Bibarel and Absol, and of course all the rest of the energies. We did pull a few of the Magnezones, and I love that one. Sent it. Perfect. I should be doing shipping tonight, so I'll get you tracking sent later. Let me see. It's decided to be pending. For some reason, when it's pending, it doesn't let me accept it on my phone or on my computer. It makes me do it on my phone. So give me one moment while I make sure that I'm signed into the right CashApp account, because for whatever reason, I still have 2 CashApps. Technically, one of them's my mom's. I don't know for sure how to log in. One moment. I was on my other Cash App to do something the other day, so I gotta refigure out how to sign in. Oh, I think I figured it out. There we go. I think it'll let me sign in. It's loading. we'll see. Why is this so annoying? CashApp is the worst sometimes, but it finally loaded. Nope, never mind. It just logged me back into the wrong one. This struggle is real, you guys. Alright, I'm sure it'll let me. I'll log in and get it accepted later. If there are any issues with it, I will let you know. But yeah, we can show you the stack. I don't believe we've got any orders, so we should be good to take a quick break to show off your stack. Let's see, make sure to not show the code cards in there. Looks like we have a Skuntank. Oh, you guys can't see it. One moment. There we go. Hey, welcome on. How is it going? What next? Oh, we got this Steelix, Zork, little Phalanx, got Granbull, with a Spicy Mew, Halucha, Ibidrill, got Luxray, Spicy Village, Flabble, beautiful Gardenia, and Palkia and Kingdra. So definitely a few spicy ones in there. 3 secret rares and a Flapple, which is always great. And a Beedrill. How are you doing? We're doing pretty alright. How about you? I pulled the Dialga gold card for myself. Oh, it says crazy. I can't believe I got that in my first box. Like, that was wild. It was amazing, though. Would do again. Alrighty, let's glance at orders again. I don't see any more yet, so we will chill for a little bit. And then I think we'll probably give it like 15 more minutes, maybe. I do have to open again tomorrow, and I have to take care of TCG player stuff before I can sleep. I don't think there'll be any giveaways tonight. I think I'm planning on doing some for either my Christmas or New Year's streams in a couple weeks. We should have some exciting giveaways, but at the moment I don't have anything set aside for giveaways. But I'm gonna see if I can maybe get another graded card, because we do like our graded card giveaways. And it's been a minute since we've done one. So I will look into that. I might actually have an extra graded card somewhere, but the problem is I don't know where that somewhere would be, but we'll see. Maybe I'll find one and maybe I won't, because I feel like I saw one when I was moving furniture around, but I move my furniture around too much. Play it on your phone now. I did hear a little bit about that you can, that they're doing more with it. It's been literally like a year since I've played it, but a lot more people that I'm around have been getting into or back into playing Pokemon lately. Like, a bunch of the Yu-Gi-Oh players at work quit Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know whether permanently or temporarily, but they just really hated the current format because of the ban list, so they started playing Pokemon. And then one of my friends is just sick of like all of the stupid decisions that Wizards of the Coast has been making, that now they kind of want to make a Pokemon deck. I don't know how serious they are about it, but yeah, it's, I don't know, I've been thinking about it more often. I'm like, maybe one day I might start playing it, but then I remember how much money I spent on my Magic decks, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. But at least, in the very least, I do like to keep up with like what cards are popular. Because, I don't know, it's interesting to me to see like what people are really enjoying playing. Alright, let's check orders again. My brain is like slowing down. And my voice, I was so surprised that I had a voice at all left on Friday after my 8-hour stream, because as you guys know, I talk the whole time I stream. So I just talked for 8 hours straight. I think there was maybe one point where I took like a 30-second break from talking because I was eating some French fries. But other than that, I just talked for 8 hours straight. And so I was very surprised that I had any voice at all left. I didn't have much of one it was very quiet, which I mean, I'm already fairly quiet, but it was like extra, extra quiet. Like, I felt weird by how quiet my voice was. I was just like, I don't know. It was interesting, but it's mostly back to its normal, but still kind of quiet volume. But man, if I start doing a lot of really long streams like that for Hilltop, I don't know, my voice might just like give out. Which wouldn't be the first time it's done that. Like, when I was younger, I would lose my voice, like, a lot, and to the extent that, like, I literally could not speak above a whisper. Man, those days were rough, especially in school when teachers would, like, call roll, and I'd have to, like, whisper to the person next to me, like, hey, I have no voice, can you say here for me? Like, I have many memories of having to do that, because I just couldn't. There was no voice to speak with. It was rough. Especially as somebody that always likes, like, answering questions in class and stuff. Just like, I can't do anything. I can't give any answers. It's pretty sad times. I bet my teachers hated it too when I lost my voice, because, you know, teachers really like when their students participate. And I've always been one of those students that likes to participate, like, a lot. I think it's largely because I get really, really bored and have a very difficult time focusing if I am not, like, engaged in and actively participating in the situation. Like, I think that's part of why, like, I really don't like watching TV and shows, is because I just have to sit there and watch. And I just can't. I need to be accomplishing something. I need to be involved. Like, yeah, I need to be a part of what's going on. That's why, like, I can't just, like, sit and watch something. That's why I really struggle in, like, our like, church meetings. When it's just, you know, like, you're sitting in the chapel and listening to someone speak, I have such a hard time focusing. Usually the only way that I can catch anything at all that I hear is if, like, I'll usually just turn on, like, my drawing app on my phone and I'll draw on there. And for whatever reason, if I'm just, like, keeping my hands busy on my phone, I, like, get so much more out of what I'm listening to. But then we get to go to class, and then I get to participate in class, and then I'm good. I'm vibing, because I'm involved. I'm not just sitting there. So yeah, that, fun times. Gotta be participating. Alright, let me... Oh, excuse me. Just a little bit sleepy. So I think we'll probably wrap up there if we don't have any more orders. It's been a nice little stream tonight. I will try to do at least a few more streams this week. We'll see how many I get. If I can get some more V-Star Universe, I should definitely be doing more, but I don't know. I think I might kind of, like, slow down for the next few weeks, like, around Christmas, since most people are pretty busy, and I don't know. I'll probably have at least a little bit of stuff going on here and there, but I'll still try to do a decent view. Oh yeah, I for sure love my church. I wouldn't go if I didn't. I wouldn't fight to wake up in time to get there before it starts every Sunday. I'm still one of these days I'm gonna get to the point where I'll always get there like 5 minutes early instead of 5 minutes late, but it is very much a work in progress. But one day we will get there. Because, see, when I was younger and I just went to the same church building as the rest of my family, it was like, you know, if you're not ready on time, you just, like, get left home because everybody's going together. But I have to join myself, so I have to use all of the mental willpower. Still juggling multiple jobs. Oh, you know it. That is the only way I do things. And one of them is now getting increasingly busier. Because, you know, I've got the regular card shop job. Then my job for Hilltop, I finally started streaming for them. And then they're opening their store in January. And so then I'm going to be working at 2 different game shops. 2! That's twice as many as I am now. Apparently they just got the keys for it last week though, so soon I gotta check it out. I'm kind of excited, but also nervous because for some sad reason they decided to open the shop in a city that is in the opposite direction from my house. Is a card shop that I currently work at. Like, they're literally, it's just this huge triangle now to get to and from work. We're back to the energy notepad. So like, my house is here. I live here. My job at the card shop is like all of these roads away over here. And then the other place, and this is like, that's like a 20-minute drive between the two of them. Oh, you guys can't see. Let me zoom it in. So like, I'm here, game shop number 1 is here, and then the new game shop is like over here. So it's just like this triangle. It's rough. And so now it looks like a lot of the time my routine is gonna be like, you know, start the day at my house, go to this job, be there for a few hours, finish up, then go all the way to the other job over here, do some stuff there, finish up, and then go home, and then fall asleep immediately because I'll be exhausted. Yeah, it's very inconvenient. I was trying to like hint that they should put like the game shop, like the new one, like over here, because that's a significantly smaller triangle. But no. Gotta be as inconveniently placed as possible. So yeah, that's fun times. But, you know, it's what I like doing, being extremely busy. I'm just not stoked about using like twice as much in gas. But hey, at least the Ultima uses significantly less gas than the Jeep did. I still miss the Jeep though. Some days I'm just like, man, if only the Jeep was still working. But no. He's just sitting in my backyard, completely dormant now, doing nothing but sitting there and making me kind of sad. It's rough. It's pretty sad times. Yeah, I think we're probably done with orders for tonight, and I'm very sleepy. I mean, I worked a 7-hour shift today, so I feel validated in being sleepy. Even though sometimes I think about like how people that work like 9 to 5s and stuff, I'm like, they work like 8 hours every day, multiple days a week. And like, when I think about how much time I actually spend like through all my jobs combined, I'm like, oh, that's not really that much. But being away from home for that long is very draining. Because when I can work at home, it's not quite as tiring as when I have to like go places and not be in my house, you know? But yeah, I think we are good to call it a night. I'll try and stream tomorrow, but no promises. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely night, and I will see you guys next time.